Hey there everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Wendy. We've got a busy day ahead of finding here it is, blew her nose. We are about to go off to church. We're visiting a church, see how it goes, and we've got some open homes to go to because we also need to find a house to live in. We are house sitting at the moment. Some lovely people that James knew is going overseas, and they said, could you look after our house for 6 weeks? So we've been doing that, but we need to move into a home, and so that's been the goal. It's been incredibly messy these last few weeks. If you're at all interested, just a backstory, we moved from Palmy and we've been house sitting here, but I had to go up north and do a block course. I've gone back to part-time study. James has been doing the moving and things while I was up there. I came back, we had 4 or 5 days in a motel. Regan's been back here, my son who's at university looking after the house and the pets and keeping everything going here. James is overseas now. We packed up the house and the movers took everything away, and then he went overseas for about 5 days. He's back in a few days. So Emma and I and Regan are just making the most of it and getting to know this city. We're actually going to be moving again. We've had this place for 6 weeks and that is coming to a close in 2 weeks, and so we've got a house that we've rented for 6 months that we're moving into in 2 weeks time. Hope you can follow that dialogue. We've got all our stuff in storage and that is remaining there until we move into the next place because everything here has been fully furnished. Everything has been available to us. They've literally just walked out of the house and we've walked in with our clothing and some food. It's been a really wonderful halfway place for us to just get established and just settle and be. But now I really would like to get my things around me and just be in our own space and settle even more. Be wonderful if we could find a home, but I'm not sure of the chances of that happening in the next 2 weeks. But you know, anything can happen. We could find something we like, go to an auction and be moving in within 10 days. That could happen. Logan, our oldest, who already lives here with his wife and my granddaughter, are in isolation. They got COVID last week, so we aren't able to visit them, but they're coming right. They will be out of isolation in a few days and things will get back to a bit more normal. I'm desperate for it to get back to normal. I feel like I've had no routine. I feel tired and discombobulated. Everything's just been flipped upside down. Everything is new. I still don't feel quite at home here. Finding a church, getting the kids settled, and finding a home at some point will help that. But anyway, that's the backstory of what we've got going on around us. Asked the kids to come with me to church. It's a new church, never been there before. Yeah, everything's new. Every single thing. Where I walk the dog. Yeah, the shops are different. Everything's laid out different. It's still a countdown. It's still pack and save, but it's different. And I find myself having little momentary tantrums thinking I don't want to learn anything new. I just want my old stuff back. I want my old pack and save and my old places where I get things. So all of that has to be researched. You just find yourself not wanting to go into all the effort that's required to develop a new life, but I also know that when you do, it's worth it. So we're going to go to church today, to a place that I hope will be suitable for us as a family. Just as long as they worship Jesus, maybe we'll be able to make a home there. And I'm going to take you to some open homes. You can see the houses that we're dealing with. Houses are dropping in price, which we're really grateful for, but of course they're not dropping fast enough. They're still pretty expensive. We're kind of looking at the 50 to 100k more than what Palmy would charge for the same size or value of property. So that's a thing to get our head around, considering we're at an age in life where we would like to be reducing our mortgage, not increasing it. So there's probably plenty of you that are in that same boat where prices of homes are pretty expensive here in New Zealand. The average price of a home is around, well, depending on what you're looking for, but a family home is anywhere around the 750,000 mark, which is $750,000, in case you didn't know. Places that we like are around the 850 mark, so we're gonna have to compromise somewhere. So enough chit chat, got to get these teenagers going. Emma's keen, she's up and ready, go. Regan's dragging the chain a bit, but he was up all night doing an assignment, but I don't blame them. It's exhausting trying to find new friends and make new connections. It's not something that you wake up and you think, now that sounds like fun, let's go and meet strange people. It's daunting, but we'll get there. Okay, so it's been a few hours since I talked to you last. We did go to the service at the church and it was really good. In fact, the kids really enjoyed themselves, I think. I enjoyed the service and the people there were very friendly. I think James would enjoy it there. Just thankful to have found that. So Emma is now running in to put in her final signatory on a job that she's applied for. So that's exciting for her. We've dropped Regan off at home. He's got assignments that he needs to get done and he wants to continue working on those, and I want to go and look at some open homes. Hi. Hi. So I'm stopping off at Countdown. One of the things I'm really sick of is while we've been in transit, We eat a lot of takeaway, so I'm forcing myself to go to Countdown and get fresh food. No, it's fine.
Let's go.
Okay, so we've just had some lunch. Okay, see you soon, Regan.
Bye, puppy.
So now we are off to a few open homes and to see what we can see. I think we've only got 2. We missed one because we decided to have lunch instead. Okay, so we just viewed one house and it was quite pretty. Did you like it, Emma? Could you see us living in it?
I could. It was really nice.
So I put her on the spot when I throw the camera in her face. I don't like to do that. Sorry, Emma. It was really pretty inside. It was finished, 3 big bedrooms. Master had an ensuite and a big walk-in wardrobe. There's a little attic upstairs. It basically was storing kids' Lego. It had a really massive garage workshop. Probably was as big as our old house, but it was more manicured outside. Really tidy. This house is going to be auctioned off in about 2 weeks. But a lot of houses are going to auction and not selling because they're too high and the owners want too much. So there's that. I just think they're too expensive for what we can afford. We could mortgage ourselves for sure. But anyway, we're going to go to another one. One more. Whereabouts is it, Em? We've got to look at the GPS and find out how far we have to travel. I like the next one more than this one.
But it'll be more expensive than this one.
You reckon? Huh. The way of it is at the moment, it is just one thing after another. So I'm driving to a local walk area near the river to take Hazel for a walk, and she's very excited. She didn't get a walk this morning. Regan has been contacted by the young adults from the church and they've got an event happening tonight at 5 o'clock. So he's going to use the car to go out to that. So I thought I'd get the walk in before he needs the car. So look at us, we're getting a routine going, we're getting like little systems in place how we're going to do this. It's a good thing. Making some progress today, which feels really good. Really good. Hey Hazy, she's spotted other doggies to play with. Oh, how exciting! Should we go say hello? Should we go say hello? So I am kind of thankful for the familiar of this track that runs along next to the river. It feels very similar to home, and I still call it home for now because it's still our home. I think settlement date is tomorrow, so today's the last day of owning our home. Anything that feels a little familiar feels nice. Checked out that house with Emma and it was beautiful. Both of them actually were pretty cool, and if someone told me I had to live there I'd be fine. Not sure how much either of them are going to go for. One is to be auctioned and the other one is price by tender, which I'm not sure how price by tender works, but they're obviously not saying what they want for it because they want to see what the market tells them. Taking the dog for a walk. I'm going to go home. I think I'm going to have a rest, do some reading maybe. It's been a busy day and it's supposed to be Sunday. I'm supposed to rest today. No such luck when you've got houses to buy and a home to find.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of home. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here,
What are you doing, Hayes?
at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it alright.